Ever imagine yourself at like 16 years old hanging out at a party with like a huge celebrity?
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't, right?
I know. Well, Nick Cannon just spilled the tea that he was doing exactly that, partying with Diddy when he was just a teenager.
Oh, wow. Really? 16 with Diddy. That's quite a story.
It is. And while it might seem like just another day in the life of a celebrity, this little tidbit actually unveils something much bigger about, well, celebrity, about how stuff from the past can come back when you least expect it, especially if you're someone like P. Diddy, right?
Right, because it's not just a party anymore when you're involved in legal stuff.
Exactly. We're talking about serious accusations here, racketeering, sex trafficking, a full-blown trial coming up.
And those charges are no joke. I mean, racketeering, that basically means running an illegal enterprise, like straight out of the movies.
Exactly. And when you're facing accusations that serious, everything gets put under a microscope.
So how does this party with Nick Cannon play into all this?
So Cannon, he was on the Breakfast Club the other day, just casually mentions this party. And of course, he's quick to say nothing shady went down, everything was cool.
Sure.
But it still makes you wonder, right? Like it gives us this little glimpse into Diddy's world back then. What was going on? Who was he hanging out with? What was the vibe?
And those are exactly the kind of details that lawyers are going to be interested in with a case like this.
Absolutely. We're talking about potentially years and years of Diddy's life, his businesses, his relationships, everything's up for grabs.
And suddenly, a seemingly throwaway comment from Nick Cannon becomes another piece of the puzzle.
A piece of the puzzle. It's a great way to put it. And it really shows you how, in this day and age, the past is never really past, especially for people in the public eye. Everything leaves a trace.
And it's not just celebrities. Think about all the stuff we put out there online, our social media posts, our pictures, our comments.
It's all out there, right? Just waiting for someone to dig it up.
Exactly. And what we might have thought was funny or harmless years ago could be seen in a whole new light today.
And that's the thing. We're in uncharted territory here. This whole digital age, it's changed the game completely. Our pasts are more accessible than ever, and even a seemingly insignificant detail, like a party you went to as a teenager, can suddenly become part of a much larger narrative.
And that's the thing to remember. It's not just Diddy. It's all of us. We're all leaving these digital trails, and those trails, they tell a story whether we like it or not.
It's kind of wild when you think about it like that, huh? Like all these digital breadcrumbs we leave behind.
It is. So maybe a little food for thought for all of us out there, huh? Be mindful of what you post online because you never know what might come back around.
So true. You heard it here first, folks. Be careful out there in the digital world. And as for Diddy, well, only time will tell how this all plays out. But one thing's for sure. It's a story that keeps on giving, and we'll be watching closely to see what happens next.